What is going on, guys? I'm back with another video, and today I'm going to sell a hold on the Jordan 12 reverse flu game. Now, the sneaker dropped December 26, 2020. Now, we all know the famous flu game when Michael Jordan played. Supposedly, he had the flu or he was hungover. Whichever one it was still a historical night with an historical game. So this is the reverse colorway of that. Right now, the market is absolutely tanked, so we can move on to the StockX bids here. Now, this sneaker retails for $190. As you can see here, that some of the bids are like 220, 230. If you sell on StockX, you're pretty much breaking even, maybe making $10. So it's pretty much like a brick flip at this point. And also, when pairs are shipped out to customers, and once they get them in hand and they actually start selling the pairs, the price is going to drop even further than they are right now. So I can see prices going to like 200, and when the retail's 190, that's a pretty much an unprofitable shoe at that point. So you have no other choice but to return it or to hold it. Now, I think this sneaker has some hold potential to be a pretty good money maker, pretty good profit shoe. So I always say anytime, let's hop into it. Let's hop on StockX and check out some other sneakers in order to predict the market of this reverse flu game. Here we are on StockX. Now, here we have the Jordan 12 flu game. Now, the sneaker dropped 2016. Now, if you look at some of the highest bids here, they're all over $300 at this point. Some reaching even $400, like those more profitable sizes, like sizes, like 10 through 13. Those are normally the most profitable. I can see here some of those sizes going for $400, or they're going over around $350. It's very good prices for a sneaker that retails for $190, and also the Jordan 12, not that much in demand sneaker like the Jordan 1 or the Jordan 11. Or even the Jordan 4 at that matter, but it's definitely one of the better silhouettes, and there's always going to be some resale prediction behind these sneakers. So now I'll go down here and look at the graph, and as you can see, it has increased. So when the first sneaker first came out, it's all sizes went under like $300 for the most part, and then it dipped again, and then as of recently, it has increased to over $400 for most sales. Now, I don't see the reverse flu game get into these numbers, but however, I do see a non-profitable brick flip sneaker following the same trend, just at a smaller scale. If you guys know what I mean, it's they may not reach $410, but they may reach $310, but it's still going to be a good hold if you guys have the money to invest. So let's move on to some other Jordan 12s. Not all of them have done great like this flu game. Now, moving on to the Jordan 12 Retro Black University Gold. Now, this sneaker released earlier in the year. Now we look here, some of the highest bids. There are going like 230, 220. Now, when the sneaker first dropped, you can cop them for retail. You could they were restocked on many websites for weeks and even a month after the sneaker did release. But as you can see here, people are willing to pay a premium price for them now. So it's a good sign for the Jordan 12 and a good sign for the Black University Gold. But now we go down here and look at the graph. It hasn't really done a whole lot. Obviously, sneaker was expensive when it was unreleased, and it kind of plateaued. Didn't really do much. It did pull itself out of the hole it was in. This graph may not show, but I do know that the sneaker, you could cop it on Nike for like for $190. On a restock very easily after the release. But this one kind of hasn't really gone up. It also was like a very small sample size. I'm showing you this because it's going to be a long hold for the Jordan 12 a reverse flu game. Now, we got one more Jordan 12 to look over. So I'm not wasting any time. Let's hop into it. Now, the final Jordan 12 we're looking at is the Jordan 12 Retro Fiba. Another sneaker came out in 2019. So this one's had a good year or so to show what it's gone up in value and what the value stands at now. So the sneaker first came out in September. See, it was going for 190, 180. It was going below retail, and then as the market's pretty steadily increased for the sneaker for the most part, and now it's going up to $300. So that's what I think that the reverse flu game is going to kind of trend upwards like that. I say that because it is a black and red colorway for a Jordan, and black and red is the most high demand for colors, mainly because he played on the Chicago Bulls, and that's been Jordan's colors. Been connected to him throughout his entire career and after his career, and still making shoes with Nike. So that's why I think that the sneaker has some potential. But let's hop back over to my presentation. Now, when it does come down to whether you want to sell or hold your pair, I would keep these points in mind before making a decision. So now, first, I would expect a long hold. I've been over this before in this video, but this is not going to be a quick hold. I would plan to hold it for at least a year or longer. I definitely recommend longer because you can see that the Jordan The original Jordan flu game that came out in 2016 did take a while to get where it's at now. Next, I would expect the price to drop even more because not all pairs are in circulation yet. Once people start to get their pairs, they might not be profitable depending on how low people are undercutting each other in the market. So if you're not planning on holding them, I would at least hold them for like 2 or 3 weeks. Maybe to increase your price $10-15. Because after people get their pairs, they want to sell them instantly. To get that quick cash back in rotation. So they're gonna be undercutting each other. So I just keep that in mind when you are planning on selling your sneaker. And also, it's a notable name. Now, as you can see, most Jordan 12s are not that popular. However, the flu game is a very historical moment in sports history, in basketball history, and The Last Dance. I think it was part of like a whole episode was the flu game. It's a notable name. It's gonna sell. People are gonna recognize the sneaker and recognize the colorway. That's why I'm making this entire video, because of the name. This sneaker is gonna have value and always will, and it's going to increase because of the name. Flu game, Michael Jordan's flu game. Everybody knows about that game, and these sneakers are a part of it. They're not the original ones, but they do have flu game in the name, and that's what they're associated with. So that's why I think this is going to hold once the hype kind of dies down. But I think it will build, pick back up slowly as people kind of cherish Michael Jordan moments more, and all of his historical things he's done, including the flu game, and the sneaker is part of it. So next, we are moving on to my predictions. Now, these are very, very light. I don't really know if these are going to be correct or not, guys. This is a very hard sneaker to predict because the name is going to take it as far as it will go. And it's obviously not the original flu game, so it's not going to do as crazy numbers as the original. But however, let's just get into this. So 3 months, I don't expect the sneaker to really increase at all. Like I said, a very, very long hold. 6 months, I can see maximum being a plus $50 to where it's at right now. Whatever size you have, whatever price it's at, add $50, and then maybe where it's at in 6 months. At 12 months, it could be a $100 hold. It could be an $80 hold. It could be a $60 hold. I don't really know where that's going to be at this point. But I do know the sneaker is going to increase at some point, and if you have the capital and you're looking to invest in sneakers, I would say this is going to be the one, or one of the ones you definitely look at when you're looking at buying in bulk pairs. And also because the sneaker is going to drop even more, and you're pretty much going to be able to buy them for retail once people get it in hand. So if you are looking to invest, this is not a bad option because it's at its all-time low right now in price. It won't go any lower than what it will be. Like a week or two when they do come in hand, it can only go up from there. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you in the next one.